Okay. So, since I'm today in a mood to give relationship advice, marriage advice, and some of you wanted some bits of marriage advice from a guy who has had four marriages, three divorces. So, I'm more experienced with more mistakes than the normal average individual. Like they say, no, you learn only from your mistakes, not from someone who has had a perfect life. So, I have made enough and more mistakes, but I think I can guide you. So, for those of you who want to not make the mistakes I made and who don't want the typical advice, realistic stuff, stick around. I have around how many points? I have around 13 points. Okay. So it can be 12, 13, whatever. So let me know what are your thoughts. Okay. So having said that, watch the video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, the first one, by the way, those of you, before you even comment, oh, look who's talking, the guy who had three failed marriages is giving us advice. Yeah, you learn from your failures, bitch. Okay, so that's how you learn. You don't learn if everything is smooth sailing. All right. So the first piece of advice that I want to give you, for those of you who want to get married, is the hardest one, and that is you need to evaluate yourself. And why do I say this is the hardest thing to do? It's very easy to evaluate others, very easy to judge others. Oh, she's ugly. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Oh, he doesn't know how to talk. Oh, look at his face, man. Oh, look at her face. Oh, look at. Have you ever seen your own face? Seriously, this is not me trying to make fun of you, but have you seen your own face? Yeah, obviously, you'll say, yeah, of course, I see it in the mirror. Do you think you're a good-looking guy? Do you think you're attractive? Do you think you are special? Well, newsflash. I'm going to tell you this. You are as ordinary as vanilla can be. Be all. Forget me. Even with all my tattoos and all that, there's nothing extraordinary. People initially look, oh, look, tattoo, whoosh. After some time, it just vanishes. There are so many people who have actually told me this, and this is a fact. Boy, first time when I saw you, oh, the tattoos were jumping out. I was scared, or I was horrified. I was like, oh. But after some time, they don't even notice that these tattoos exist. It's just so, like, it doesn't exist. Like, I myself I'm not aware that these tattoos exist sometimes. Like, only if someone brings it up, I have tattoos. My wife doesn't notice, my baby doesn't notice. Many people ask me, doesn't your baby get scared when she sees it? No, she has seen me growing up, she considers this normal. So, you may think you are wow, but it's only wow initially. Like, when people see you for the first time, after that it becomes boring. So what I'm trying to tell you is, or rather what I'm trying to ask you is, you can evaluate and judge others when you see them for the first time. But after some time you lose that magic and you actually evaluate them. Are yaar, he is a irritating piece of shit. Yeah. She is, oh my goodness, I can't tolerate her. You can judge other people. Can you judge yourself? Can you evaluate yourself? And that is the hardest thing to do. Most people are not aware that they are boring. I evaluate and I mentor and I coach a lot of clients. Many people are not aware that they are boring, that they're irritating, that they will never succeed. I'm sorry to say, but there are many people who will just never succeed because of a lot of factors. There are people who have dreams to be rich, famous. Forget the multimillionaires. There are some people who just want a decent life, a normal life. But I know for a fact they can never have because of their drawbacks. So are you aware of what your drawbacks are? Are you aware on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is the best human being, 1 is the worst human being, where are you on this spectrum? Don't ask anyone else. Ask yourself. And that is the hardest thing to do because you look at your face every day, you hear your voice. In fact, have you heard how your voice sounds? Try this challenge. Take a video of yourself. Open challenge. This is a must-do challenge. Take a video of yourself. Talk for a few minutes. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 6, 10 minutes, whatever, talk. And now here's my challenge to you. It's very easy for you to take a video and look at yourself and say, yeah, I'm okay. My challenge to you is take a video, being normal, upload it online and tell people, critique me. Open challenge, do it. I can challenge you, you will not do it. You will not have the stomach, the capacity, the capability to do it. Why? Because you're afraid people will make fun of you, they will mock you, your accent, your diction, your pronunciation, your flow of thought. In fact, you will find yourself very boring. You'll be, no way, I'm not going to upload this. So many clients and customers who I've had, they cannot do it. Why? Because when you expose yourself to the world, you will be judged. So the first, most hardest and difficult thing for you to do is for you to evaluate and judge yourself. And I can assure you this much. This is a fact. What people gossip and bitch about you behind your back, he's irritating, he's two-faced, he's like a girl, he gossips, whatever they say, it's actually the truth. It's just that you can't take it. That's why nobody tells you. And I've made other videos where I've told you how you can find out what people say behind your back. I've already made it. Many people found it very useful. I have actively done this. I've asked people, what do people say or talk about me behind my back? And that is the most painful feedback. So if you know where you stand on a scale of 1 to 10 and you know your own drawbacks and you can evaluate yourself, 90% of the battle is won. But the problem is, majority of the people, almost everyone whom I mentor or coach or whatever, they do not know how to evaluate themselves. They don't know where they stand. So the first one is evaluate yourself. Okay? Know where you stand. Don't just say, oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm number 2. No, you have to be sure. Okay? First is evaluate yourself. The second one is, if you are a number 2, let's say out of 10 and this is 0, you're at number 2. Okay, you're here. But if you're here, let's put it this way, say 0 to 10. Okay, 0 to 10. If you're here and the girl is up here, boss, that's a red flag. If you are here and the girl is here, she's so good, she's so smart, she's so beautiful. And the question is, why? Why would she want to marry you? Then there's something funny. Then there is a game. Then there is something you are not aware of. For example, if you want to go and buy an iPhone, let's say you want to buy an iPhone, and an iPhone is $1,000. Let's assume it's $1,000. And someone tells you, listen, the iPhone, it's $1,000. You don't need to give me $1,000. Just give me 100. I'll give you the phone. Tell me one thing, honestly. Don't you think you would be like, come on, man. That's impossible. No way. Don't you think your antennas would be up? Don't you think it would be a red flag? If someone is giving you $1,000 phone for $100, you will say, no way. Absolute no way. I'm not falling for this shit. It's a red flag. You'd say either you robbed it or you stole it or there's some defect or it's fake. Because nobody in their right mind would give $1,000 phone for $100. So in the same way, if you are at level 2 and she's at a level 8, why would she compromise? You want the best female. You want the best of the best. You want the best thing money can buy. You want the best holidays. You want the best car. You want the best smartphone. Don't you think she wants the same? Then if you are down here and she's up here, why the hell does she want you? So that brings me to the next point. And the next point is, what is her agenda? Not janda, agenda. There are two agendas. People have a surface level agenda and people have a real agenda. What do I mean? I'll give you an example. Surface level agenda, by the way, if I was like a normal YouTuber, I'd say, if you like this content, then definitely smash a like. Share it with your friends and put a comment down there. It would be amazing. Like Mr. Who's the Boss. But I'm not going to tell you that. Okay? Anyway, that was just a brain fart that I had. Where's my soda? Soda is here. Yeah. 1 second. Surface level agenda and real agenda. Wait. So what is it? Surface level agenda is, if I ask a guy, so why do you want to get married? I want a companion. I want true love. I want to start a family. I want, I don't want to be alone. I want a friend for life. They'll give all this. Nice sounding. I want a companion, I want a friend, I want a family. Sounds very nice. Beautiful. Oh, so touching. The real reason why most men want to get married, especially our Indians, they want sex. They want cost free sex where they don't have to pay any money and they can get sex. Come on, I'm feeling, come on, make me happy, come on, baby, for free. What they don't know is if you go outside and get your paid sex, it's much more cheaper than this. This is the most expensive sex you can ever get. Most of the men, they get married because they are sexually frustrated. They want a cost-free sex, which is actually ironical because marriage is the most expensive thing that you can ever do just to have sex. So number one, most of the men want sex. Number two is most of the Indian men, especially, they are very lonely. They're very frustrated. They just don't have the skill or the ability or the talent or the gift or the personality or the charisma to get a girl. So this is no effort. You have a girl. Finish. It's like I have a nice little pleasure machine at home. I can take care. And there are so many men who, for lack of a better word, want a cook, a cleaner, a dishwasher, maintenance, like a maid. Many of you make fun of me and say, when I tell you that my wife cooks, cleans, oh, you wanted a maid who you can have sex. It's a very crude way of putting it. Okay. What they're not aware of is, for this so-called, like you call my wife maid, some of you call my wife, oh, you wanted a maid to have sex. She charges a bomb. Whoo! Very expensive maid, Baba, very expensive. In fact, I can get, if I want, I can get a very hot, super sexy, young female with a great figure who can give me much better sex plus housework, and the sex as a bonus. And I can keep changing every week if I wanted. No complaints. No strings attached. That is much more better. If I really wanted a maid who could give me sex and pleasure and do housework. So what I'm trying to tell you is, the maid part, the house, cooking, cleaning, everything, I used to do it when I was alone. When my wife was in the village, I used to do it alone and I was very happy. So I don't need someone to do the cooking and cleaning. I don't need. It takes a little time. I can pay somebody and get it, and it's cheaper. Sex, okay, you might think I look like the most ugly chimpanzee in town. Fine. So even if I look ugly, I have the money, the little bit of money, I can easily satisfy myself. It's not too expensive here. You can get a happy ending massage. So it's not, I've told the same language I've told it to my wife. I don't need you for housework. I don't need you to take care of me. I was able to take care of myself. I don't even need you for sex because I can get it. Different variety, different flavors every single day. So I don't need all this. But sadly, most of the people who are getting married, they need all this. Why? Because they either don't have the money for it, or they don't have the personality or the capacity or the wit or the brains or nothing. So they think wife is a perfect solution. But guess what? This is your hidden agenda. So you see surface level agenda, real agenda. Okay? Most of the people are not ready to face that. But guess what? Just as you have a hidden agenda, she also has a surface level agenda. I'm looking for someone loving, caring, good man, good heart, who will take care of me. That is the surface level. She'll give you sweet sounding talk. Deep down is where it'll be, I need a Gora passport, I need a white passport, I need security, I need the guy to earn more than me, I need him to pamper me, I need my future secure, so even if he dies, I'm taken care of. I need a guy who I can, who's like my father, who looked after me like a queen. There are so many things, boss. Oh, I need someone before my expiry date is due and he's the best bakra I can convince. They will never tell you this. And it's the hardest thing to get, the hardest information. There are ways to get it. Someone with my experience and my mistakes, I know how to get it. If you meet someone who has been a playboy or someone who has had many women, they know how to get it. But most of you who are not married, who are single, do not know how to get it. And that is where, when you marry, you will only learn after you get married. Sheesh, I didn't know all these things. So, point number 3 is the agenda. You need to find that out. Which maybe you can make this as the same point is number 4. Why do you want to get married, Baba? Why? Okay, make it point number 3. Okay? You need to be very real about it. When I spoke to my wife, I told her very point blank what I wanted. Point blank. Now you'll be very curious. Hey, Lloyd, tell me what you wanted here. So maybe I can copy the same dialogue and tell her. It'll not work. Because my personality is different. My earning capacity, my face, my background, everything is different. And so is my wife. But I'll tell you what I told my wife. I told my wife, point blank, I want to get married to have a baby, to have a family. Baby and a family. So, my life, full stop. Finish. No more girls, no more going out, no smoking, no drinking, no friends, nothing. Just a unit. Just me, you and baby. That's it. There's no outsider. Your relatives will not come. My relatives will not come. We'll be a single unit. Are you okay with that? Simple life. And you're not going to ask me, you're not going to demand. You're not going to... Nothing. You'll live a simple life. Is that fine with you? Okay, and I'm the boss of the house. I will earn. I will give you what I can. You don't demand. You have to live a simple life. And I will be the man of the house. My work, my priorities first. You come next. First is me, then is my work, then is you. Is that fine? So I laid out all the terms and conditions. I told her, no social media, no secrets, no hidden passwords, no nothing. Everything, whatever I want, like this. She said, fine. You'll be like, oh, so you wanted a slave. Oh, well, worked out, right? We both are happy with each other, right? She has all my passwords. I have all her passwords. She has all my bank accounts. I have all her bank accounts. She has all my social media access. Right now, my phone is with her. She is using it. She is chatting. She's checking everything. Nothing to hide. Everything. So, can you do that? If you can't do that, I got a problem. And even though she's supposed to make me as her first priority, which I know she'll say yes, but her first priority is her mom and dad. And now, after she had the kid is the first priority, not me. I have to earn and take care of her, and I have to take care of the kid. And if she had to choose, she'll choose a kid first, her first, kid first, and then me. Or maybe she'll choose her kid first, then her parents, then her brother and sister, and then me. I'm fine with that. In fact, do you remember the incident that took place? If you don't know, we went to the village in Ubon, Rajasthani. I went there. I was friendly with everyone. I took care of everyone, treated everyone. Everything nice. Fantastic. Then, obviously, we had family photographs, all of us together. And they uploaded these family photographs. So, obviously, when we are taking photographs, I have to stand here, I have to take. Then, if I have to be in the picture, someone else has to come. So, they are not in the picture. Guess which were the pictures they uploaded? They uploaded all the pictures which I had taken the photograph. So, I'm not in any of them. My wife and my kid with the family, but I'm not in any of their photographs. Why? Because when I take the photograph, all of them are together. But if I have to be there, one of them have to come out, right? At that time, I took it very personally. I was like, sheesh, man, I thought I was family. But then I realized that's the reality of life. I'm an outsider. They don't give a fuck about me, which is okay, which is perfectly fine. I am perfectly okay with that. That is the reality. So, what I'm asking you is, have you come face to face with such realities? Are you aware of the fact that her mother and father don't give a damn about you? They'll give you sweet words, but they don't care about you. They actually care about their daughter. Her relatives care about her. Her friends care about her, but they'll only give you lip service. They only give you words, but they don't give a damn about you. In fact, even your own friends may support her and not you. I've seen this happen in many cases. Okay. Then comes the point number 4, which is the even more uglier and sinister problem is, what if something bad what if something bad happens? Like, for example, what if she can't satisfy you? Have you ever thought about it? What if the girl you married is not able to satisfy? Not just pleasure, not just giving you, no. What if she does not listen to you? What if she has a temper? What if she has a mood swing? What if she likes to do her own thing? What if she doesn't give you any importance? What if you want sex in a particular way and she says, no, I don't want to do this. You use your hand. What if you want her to cook food in a nice way and she says, I'm just going to make. Whether you want to eat, you eat. I don't give a damn. What if you want your privacy and she says, no, you're married to me. What privacy? What if she wants to be out with her friends and you don't like? What if she has a male friend and you don't like? What if she has friends you don't like? What if her relatives and her talk like with secrets and all that? Won't you feel left out? What if she doesn't want you to go out? In fact, what if she doesn't respect you anymore? She's not romantic anymore. She's not sweet anymore. What if every day you fight? Have you ever thought about it? And what if it goes so bad that now she wants a divorce? Then what will you do? Have you already discussed this? You have the prenuptials, but if you're Indian, prenuptials don't work. Then would you have these tough conversations? Can you have them? Do you have the guts, the courage, the capacity? I've had it. Have you? Because remember, there's always a possibility relationship will break up. 100%. So, what if it happens? Oh Lord, life is a no, shut your zip. What if you need to have written agreement between both? I have it. Okay. Next point. Tough question again. Who has the balls in the relationship? Who's the man of the house? Is it her or is it you? Who calls the shot? Is it her or is it you? Who listens? Is it her or is it you? You might say, no, we both are equal. We both have the balls of the house. We both are the equal partners. Well, guess what happens when you are equal partners? Lot of problems. Have you had 2 CEOs run a company? You have 1 CEO who runs a company. Have you had 1 president run the country or 4-5 presidents run the... Like they say, too many cooks spoil the broth. Do you have 1 chef who cooks and is in charge of all the other chefs, or do you have 4 chefs who will mutually decide no? You can either have 1 boss, okay, and things will either work or not work, or you'll have a headache. Because if you have a partner, nothing, or someone who's equal to you, nothing works out until that partner says yes. And even though I'm the boss of the house, even though I call the shots, even though I earn, still there's always tension when I do or say something which she may not like. And there are plenty of things she does not like or doesn't agree with. Trust me when I say this, no matter how much your wife loves you, no matter how much your partner loves you, you and her are 2 different human beings, and there will be plenty of things you both will not agree on, which you do not know, which will come only after you have spent time with each other. And when that happens, things, like small things, you'll fight for the small things, not the big things. The small things cause the biggest headache in a relationship. So my question is, who's the boss? Who has the balls in the relation? Who's in charge? In this relationship, I'm the man. She listens to everything I say, including the daughter. I know you will say, male chauvinistic pig. Fine. I don't care a damn. I'm the man of the house. I earn. I take care. Are you? If you have not, we both are equal. Fine. Good for you. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not trying to give you an Andrew Tate kind of thing. I do take care of my wife and my kid. I give them the best. Like I told you, they have access to my bank accounts. Okay? Which... after she made a mistake, now I'm a little careful about it, but that is the level of trust we have. Can you do that? You can't do that, right? And remember, if you're equal, then she'll not look up to you. She will look at you as, hey buddy, be prepared for that. Next one, this one may sound a little crude, but I always tell people, buy a car which you can maintain. Don't buy a too expensive car where you have to take a bank loan, then you struggle to pay the loan and you struggle to take care of it, and then you don't have the money to fill up the petrol. Oh, it drinks too much petrol, it's too expensive to maintain. Don't bitch, moan and groan. Buy a car which you can maintain easily. Like I have 2 scooters, very cheap. I can buy, my scooter is cheaper than most of my gaming gear and all that, my scooter. And people say, buy a car. Why? I just need 2 wheels to go to the market and come back. It serves the same purpose. Why should I have 4 wheels? When my petrol can be hardly 200 baht for a full tank, why should I spend $1,000 My service is hardly service. I have to pay 1,000 every 2-3 months or 2,000 whatever. Why should I spend like 10,000 every month or every 2-3 months? I'm stupid or what? It gives me what I want. I want to go from A to B, okay, just to the market and back. Why do I need a car? So I purchase something that I can maintain easily. In fact, when I have to pay for the maintenance or service, I don't even think. I just give the wife the money and no problems. So buy a car which you can maintain, which doesn't cost you an arm and leg. Because remember, initially when you buy the car, it's brand new. It smells of leather. Like I've given this example before. When you sit in a brand new car, the salesman tells you, sit in the car. You go sit in it. It smells of that leather. And when you close the door, it has very thud. And then you can smell the leather. And when you start the car, effortlessly, the engine starts. It's beautiful sound. But after 10 years of driving the car, you'll have to bang the door and it'll be creaky, and when you start, it'll make it'll vibrate and it'll smell, and there'll be sand and there'll be juice and there'll be ketchup and there'll be paper and there'll be drawings, and the leather will all be torn, and same thing with the relationship. So when it's brand new, later on it'll become old. But you still have to maintain it. Even if it becomes old, you have to maintain it, and it costs much more. So she is young, beautiful, slim, slender, sexy when you just got her. And one day she's going to become fat and old and ugly and not attractive. But guess what? The maintenance fees, the service fees that she's expecting will never go down. It'll only go up. It'll not even remain the same. It'll go up. So are you prepared for that? Okay. So buy a product you can manage and maintain. And remember, there's always inflation. Number 8 is that love, that feeling. I love you. Oh, let me put my tongue there and let you put your tongue there and put this inside your mouth. And it's like pizza. I've told you this. When you want to eat pizza and you go and order the pizza, it's steamy, it's hot, the bread is crispy, and there's cheese and there's meat and there's onions and there's tomato and there's juicy chicken pieces and whatever, and when you bite, it oozes in your mouth. Wow. The first bite is always amazing for a fresh, new, hot, from the oven pizza. But after you eat, after half an hour, and when you eat it, doesn't taste the same. And by the time you finish most of the pizza slices, you'll be like, enough, man. This cheese is making me feel bloated. Well, your partner is like a pizza. Initially, it's very delicious. Pleasure. It becomes stale very fast. And then what will you do? And guess what? This pizza is permanent. You have to eat it every day. Same pizza. You can't suddenly go, today I'll go KFC. Tomorrow I'll go Italian. Day after tomorrow I'll go eat Indian tandoori. No, you have to eat that same pizza. That is how a relationship is. There's no more variety. Have you ever thought about it? That is why, when you make this love, I kiss her, she kisses me. She can't breathe without me, I can't breathe without. All that will go. That love will vanish. Just like the pizza. And the best term for this is, it's called the honeymoon phase. Have you ever seen when people are getting married? The groom looks so perfect, girl looks so perfect. Look at the dress she's wearing, look at the dress he's wearing. Look at where they had the party, look at their clothes, look at their shape, look at their personality, look at the photographs. Everything is Instagrammable. After 5, 6 years, 10 years, check how they look. He takes separate photographs, she takes separate photographs. They don't look anything like that. I'm not saying there's no more love, but they look nothing like that, because that was the best of the best they could be. So keep this in mind. There's a honeymoon phase. First, there's too much of love, smooching, romantic talk, and making a heart shape like this, and taking photograph, holding hands, and I love you, Janu, and putting on Facebook. After that, you'll have a new set of priorities, which is the next point. Once after you get married, you have bills to pay, you have money to save, you have expenses that you never thought about, you have goals, dreams, and ambitions, you have demands, you have wants, You have unexpected stuff that will come down, and reality will set in. And then the relationship becomes mundane, boring, and it's going to be monotonous. In fact, you look at your partner every day, oh, it'll be like this. You will look forward to sitting alone in your room, lock the door, and not have anyone. Seriously. You'll not want anybody to come into your room. You want your space, you want your privacy, you want your quiet time in the gym, you want your quiet time with your friends, you want to watch a movie or a football or something by yourself. Take it from me, you'd want this. Because you'll get fed up and tired of every time having a baby shouting, screaming, and children and wife and this and that. You want quiet time. So keep one thing in mind, that after you get married, all this becomes a reality. The next point, point number 10, is what is your bad habits? You have some bad habits. Stuff that you do when your room is closed, or the four walls of anonymity. Those fetishes, those naughty stuff that you have, that you don't tell anyone, you don't show anyone. Those are your bad habits. Don't you think she also has some? You have some evil, sinister stuff that you can't talk or discuss with anyone. She also has that. Don't you know that? You have some hidden agendas, which I spoke about. Don't you think she also has? You have some sin. Hey, like you might talk to your friend, hey, fuck her, man. Like, let her go to hell. I'll bloody divorce her. Or maybe you saw one hot girl and nobody knows. Left hand should know what the right hand is doing, and you got jiggy with her. Don't you think there's a possibility that she might be chatting with someone? She has taken the phone in the bathroom. Maybe she's chatting. All this is a possibility. All this is real. So what do you do then? Have you thought about it? So what are your bad habits? What are hers? And to piggyback on this, when you are angry, when you are at your worst, you can be the most horrible person. We have seen this. The most calm people can be the most dangerous. That's why they say, the more calm you are, the more dangerous you are. Still waters run deep. So what is her worst side? Have you seen this? Mostly people tend to see this only during the divorce. But I'll tell you one thing. The more you're in love, the more intense it is, the more sex and more everything, the more horrible it will become. The more terrible. And if you want to know how bad it will become, just look at her friends, look at the people she hangs out with, look at all those individuals, her parents, relatives, and see their worst side. All that is inbuilt in her, because that is how she, those are the people she hangs around with. They say, the fruit doesn't fall very far away from the tree. It's very much alike. So, same way. Next point. I've written the point. So, if you see me looking, I'm looking at the points. Okay. Point number 11 is, you will change one day, right? Yeah. We are not the same. When you're 10 years old, you like some chocolates, you like cartoons, you like all that. Then when you became 15, different set of chocolates. Maybe you didn't watch cartoons, you watched something else. Then you became 20, then you maybe totally stopped having chocolates. You would have maybe a little bit of smoke and drink and beer. Then when you became 30, instead of cartoons, you would like maybe movies or documentaries or football, or you would like your space, you'd like cars. You changed from 10 to 20, you changed 20 to 30, you changed 30 to 40, you changed. We keep changing with time. Are you aware you will change with time? And are you aware that she'll change with time? So what you liked when you were 20 years old and what she liked when she was 20, all of it changes. Then when it changes, then you'll realize, I made a lifetime decision. Taking someone whom I liked at the age 20, now I'm 40. It's not the same person. It's like why do you think I tell people don't get a tattoo when you are 20s? Get a tattoo after your 40s, because when you're 20, what you liked when you're 20 years old, you will hate it when you're 40. The girls I used to date, the places I used to visit, the habits that I had at the age of 20, I don't have a single one right now. In fact, if I would meet Machedo, who is 20 years old, keep away from him like no one else's business. So, you will change, she will change. But now you are permanently locked together. What will you do? And your wants, your needs are all different. And your goals also will change. Number 12. What are the habits that you have that she's not aware of? And what are the habits that she has that you're not aware of? Like, do you know simple things like, when you brush your teeth, The toothpaste, this is a habit of mine. I take it from right down and I go right up. That's how I brush my teeth. I like the toothpaste to be completely from down to up. So it's a gradual progression. My wife likes to squeeze in the center. So the toothpaste looks like someone murdered the toothpaste. And my daughter also likes. And I like to close it properly and keep it neatly. My wife likes to slam it, and my daughter likes to not even put the cap, and it's all over. So that is just one. So we have toothpaste, we have shampoo, we have soap, we have conditioner. I have no hair. The bathroom is filled with hair. I'm just giving one area. Then imagine the kitchen. I like the kitchen to be in a particular way. Like, you go to a 5-star hotel, coffee and everything is clean. I like it to be like that. I like modern. My wife comes from the village. Everything, the pots, pans, rice, everything is mixed and coffee is somewhere. And my daughter likes to make the whole thing a mess. I like the fridge to be in a particular way. But guess what? My wife likes to put the everything mix. Vegetables and cauliflower, and where I kept my coffee, there'll be a cold drink, and then there'll be my baby's chocolate, and there'll be a wrapper, then there'll be some meat. So it's out of my control. Why do you think I stay in this room and I close it, lock it, nobody's allowed in? And now I have pets in the house, and I have my dog, and my dog has his hair flying everywhere. So these are some of the habits which I knew I had, but I was not aware of. But this is important to me. My wife has some habits which I was not aware of, and they are some important to her. My daughter has some habits which she is forming. So can you imagine if I'm eating and I like to watch a program, and my wife likes to watch a different program, and my daughter likes to watch a different program, you know what a mess it's going to be? And if I like to eat one particular type of food and she likes a different kind, and my daughter likes a different kind, what do? See, these are the things you never think about. And then if you factor in social media, her friends, her relatives, her interests, take it from me, it's going to be like during a holiday, what does she like? What do you like? What does your kid like? Where do you form the compromise? And how many times will you form? Then you have quirks. She maybe likes shopping, long shopping. Maybe she likes brands, but you will not like it. You will complain, why this lipstick so expensive? Why this makeup? Why you want new shoes? Why you want a new handbag? And she says, okay, I'll spend with my money. But then you both have a common kitty, right? And she's spending her money. Are you going to keep quiet? Think. You want to buy something for your car or something with your friends, and she says, oh, you're spending this money, I'll also spend this money. And then, what about expectations? How much of privacy do you want? Will she allow that? Do you want your phone? Can she check your phone? Can she check all your social media without your permission? Can you check hers? Is it allowed? Or are they secrets? Do you have secrets from your wife? Does your wife have secrets from you? Which is a fact. Everyone does. What do you do then? And what if there's a secret you both cannot share? Last but not the least, the kid and the future. When the kid is born, which religion will the kid be? If both are same religion, fine. So will the kid listen to your rules or the wife's rules? Or will you both have common rules? Think about it. If the relationship didn't work out, will the kid be with you or kid be with her? There are some men who don't mind. I'll be alone. But then you have to pay money. And then if your kid doesn't respect you, doesn't like you, what do? Have you thought about all this? And then, what about her future? What about yours? What are your future plans? What are hers? What if you don't like her future plans? There have been cases where husband wants to go to Canada, wife wants to go back home to India to be with her parents. What do? And have you ever thought about it? What if tomorrow your wife and your kid wants something else which you don't want? Then do you split? Do you break? See, you don't think about all these things. But these are challenges that you will have to face, and for that you have to talk about it. You have to bring it up. Things just unexpectedly, like simple, man, even a smartphone, even an accessories, even these toys, even these places that you want to go out, even these holidays, even things that you like, all these factors come in. Even maybe she loves her parents, you can't tolerate her parents. Maybe she loves her friends, you can't tolerate her friends. Maybe she spends more time in the office with a male colleague. What will you do, man? See, when you are romantically involved, everything is yes, I love you no matter what. But once things don't work out, no? It becomes a bad, ugly mess. Anyway, these are some of the points I wanted to share with you. Consider what I'm saying and see if it makes sense. And if it makes sense, great. If it does not, well, I hope you consider these points. And if nothing else, I sincerely hope that if you do get married, you at least protect your ass, your back. Because end of the day, remember, when you're about to get married, everything is hunky-dory. But when things have to break, it becomes very ugly. That's all I want to leave you with. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. Love to hear from you. This is me signing off. You guys take care.